You've been sold a lie, not by any one company, not by any one platform, but by the whole machine working together. And the lie is this: more games means more fun. It sure doesn't. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you already know that. Because you've sat there, library full, wallet lighter than it should be, scrolling for 45 minutes and closing everything without playing a single thing. That's not a you problem. That's a hunting for a ghost problem. And today, we're going to talk about why. Here's the first trap most people never see coming. We've been conditioned by reviews, by YouTube, by every must-play list written to believe there is a perfect game out there just waiting for us. A 10 out of 10, a masterpiece, a life changer, and until we find it, everything else is just killing time. So we keep searching and searching, and the search itself, well, it becomes the thing we do instead of actually playing. And here's the contrarian truth: a perfect game doesn't exist, never did. Every single game ever made has flaws, every one. The goal was never perfection. The goal was compatibility, finding something that fits you, not something that scores highest on a spreadsheet someone else built. Think about your best friendships. Your closest people aren't perfect. They just fit. They match your energy, your humor, your way of seeing things. Games work exactly the same way. A 7 out of 10 that matches who you are right now, that's a win. That is genuinely a win. Meanwhile, people walk right past hundreds of games that would have grabbed them by the collar, because those games didn't carry enough hype to feel worth their time. We've become so obsessed with masterpieces that we forgot how to enjoy something that's just good. Good is enough. Sometimes good is exactly right. Here's the one nobody wants to hear. You're not even picking your own games anymore. The algorithm is. Watch one Souls-like video, and suddenly your entire feed is Souls-like. Click on one survival crafting stream, and that's all you see for weeks. Eventually, it starts feeling like there are only about 10 games in existence, and they're all the same 10 your feed decided you should care about. The algorithm doesn't recommend what you'll love. No. It recommends what you're likely to click. Those are two very different things. And then there's the social pressure on top of that. A game launches, everyone's talking about it. Memes everywhere, streams everywhere. The discourse is inescapable. You feel the pull to jump in, not because you want to play it, but because you want to be part of the conversation. You're not playing a game at that point. You're playing a character in someone else's story. The streamer who sank 6 hours into something, their favorite game doesn't have to become yours. Maybe everyone loves massive open worlds, and you'd rather play a tight 10-hour story. Maybe competitive shooters bore you to tears. That's fine. Fun isn't democratic. Millions of people enjoying something is zero guarantee that you will. The feed will never show you that game. It's not trying to find what's right for you. No, it's trying to keep your eyes on the screen. Let's be honest about something. A lot of times, we're not actually looking for a new game. We're looking for an old feeling. That hit from the first RPG you ever got lost in, that first MMO, the first multiplayer experience with your people, where the nights ran long and nobody wanted to quit. We keep chasing that and wondering why nothing ever quite measures up. Here's why. That feeling wasn't about the software. It was about your age, your free time, your friends being right there, your imagination meeting a world for the first time with no expectations and no prior comparisons to drag against it. You can't download your childhood. That version of your life isn't available for purchase. And spending years chasing it means walking right past new experiences that could mean just as much if you let them. The nostalgia trap doesn't just steal your money, it steals your ability to be present with what's actually in front of you. Imagine a guy who just pulled a 12-hour shift, walking on the concrete. His boots are heavy, his back aches, and all he wants is the quiet of his own backyard. He clocks out, drives home, and finally collapses into a chair on his porch. For the first time all day, he is off the clock. But the second he sits down, a man walks up and hands him a clipboard. The man says, "If you don't count the leaves on that oak tree in the next 15 minutes, you lose your porch privileges for the season. Oh, and you need to log in tomorrow to mow the lawn, or you fall behind the neighbors." You would chase that man off your property. You wouldn't tolerate it. Yet, when we walk inside and boot up our machines, we willingly take the clipboard. Now let's talk about what the industry did while we weren't paying attention. Look at modern live service games, battle passes, daily rewards, weekly challenges, limited time events, seasonal content, achievement checklists. The whole architecture is built to make sure you never feel like you're far enough ahead. Your hobby started looking like a second job, and the question quietly shifted from what sounds fun tonight to what do I need to finish before the event expires. That's not play, that's obligation. And obligation is the fastest way to kill the thing you used to love. The system figured out that if they can make you feel behind, they can make you log in. And if you're logging in out of anxiety rather than excitement, they've won. Even if you're not enjoying yourself at all. So what do you actually do about all of this? Well, you can stop browsing and start asking yourself 3 questions. These 3 will cut through the noise faster than any recommendation algorithm ever will. First, what mood am I in right now? Do I want to think, relax, or compete? Those are generally different modes. A puzzle game when you want to unwind is wrong. A high-stakes shooter when you're mentally cooked is wrong. Matching the game to the mood isn't obvious, but it matters more than anything else. Second, how much time do I actually have? Be honest, 30 minutes is a different answer than 3 hours. A sprawling RPG is the wrong call if you got half an hour before bed. Third, what kind of experience am I actually craving right now? Adventure, challenge, comfort, discovery, or exploration? Something to feel something. Name it. Not a genre, an experience. Those 3 questions eliminate hundreds of games instantly. Not because those games aren't bad, because they're wrong for this moment. That distinction is everything. And here's the bottom line. If you've been struggling to find something you actually enjoy, don't assume you've outgrown gaming. Don't assume the industry peaked and it's all downhill. You're probably just overwhelmed by choices, by noise, and by other people's opinions, or the algorithm that amplifies all of it. The best game isn't the highest rated one. It isn't the newest one. It isn't the one dominating the conversation this week. It's the one that makes you look at the clock and realize you were only going to play for 30 minutes. And somehow it's midnight. That's the one you're looking for. And it probably won't find you through a feed. You're going to have to get quiet enough to hear what you actually want. That's harder than it sounds in a world designed to keep you loud and reactive, and always one scroll away from someone else's opinion. But it's worth it. Life, just live it.